Hi everybody, this is Camille and welcome to my channel. And as you notice, I have a new name called How to Lose 100 Pounds and a new website by the same name. I'm so sorry for being gone so long, but I do promise this time to make a video at least every week. And I'm thinking about daily too. So if you feel like you want something daily, then please say so in the comments below. So one of the courses that I completed is called Why Can't I Lose Weight? Blockbuster System 6-week course. Blast through the weight loss blocks that are keeping you stuck so you can start losing fat today. I know. And it's really good. And one of the blocks I talked about in another video, and that was about relying on an old outdated scale that's like a flip phone. I don't know if I said that, but basically it is because it's not up to date. It's not really giving you all the information. And the second block is what I'm going to cover in this video. And give you 3 tips or 3 weight loss tips that are vital before you even start a diet or a nutrition plan. And I got this email from someone who's been getting my newsletters, and I thought it was so nice, and I was told I can share this. So the email starts like this. Hi Camille, I've been getting your newsletter and I find them very helpful. I have a question. I'm eating right and I'm working out at the gym, but I'm not losing weight. What could I be doing wrong? That is such a typical question that I get from everybody. And it was my question and my concern when I was losing before I met my coach. It seemed like no matter what I did, the scale wasn't moving. And if it did, it would be like little, nothing significant. And so I feel for you, Rebecca. Thank you for letting me share this. And I feel for anybody that is feeling the same way. So 3 things. So the first tip, before you start any diet, any nutrition program, is you want to make sure you don't have a medical condition. So once again, if you've never tuned in to my channel before, I'm a weight loss specialist. I'm a medical weight loss specialist, and I work with doctors and physicians. I'm in South Florida, and I work with about 3 physicians now, and I work with their patients to help them lose weight and to help them feel better for wellness and lifestyle changes. So I have learned a lot since 2011, and it's really kind of cool because I feel like I'm between the doctor and between patients and clients, because I kind of get the insider information, which I'm sharing with you right today. So the first tip is you want to find out if you have a medical condition. Now, I could have, and I did check it out because my coach told me to. Same thing. Before you start anything, you really want to know, because there's so many conditions, and I have a list here that I'm going to read them off. And I have them in the course. I go through it more extensively in the Blockbuster course. So, but if you really want to know and you feel like you want a mini course on this that's for free or something, please put your comments down below. But I'm just going to name off some of the medical conditions that could be the problem. The first one, hypothyroidism and other thyroid conditions. So your thyroid is a gland that's located here at the base of your neck. It's shaped like a butterfly. There's a lot of conditions. The most common is called hypothyroidism, and that's when it slows down your metabolism. It seems like everything is slow to the point where you're exhausted, like you can't even get up or have enough energy. There's another one that's, and men can have that too, the thyroid conditions. We're seeing more and more women and men with this condition. PCOS, it stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that's for females only. And as it says, it's polycystic ovarian. So it means lots of cysts in your ovaries, which causes a lot of hormonal imbalances, and it can prevent weight loss because it causes what's called insulin resistance, which I'll get to. There's another condition called Cushing's. That's another hormone imbalance. Insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is when your cells do not want to pull in all of the glucose that your food turns into. All your carbs that you're eating, whether they're good carbs or junk carbs, are turned into glucose when you eat it. And it stays in your blood system. Now, in a person that doesn't have insulin resistance, your body can use it for energy, all that glucose. But if your cells aren't being cooperative, it leaves the glucose in your blood system for a longer period of time, meaning that you have to work even harder for your body, because your body uses the glucose first before it can go into fat stores. So that's why you really don't want to have, that's why low carb diets are so popular, because people can lose better. But insulin resistance is when your cells are not cooperating at the level that they should. And that usually leads to pre-diabetes. Then there's type 2 diabetes. These can prevent you from losing because, once again, your pancreas either one is not making enough insulin to help take the insulin or take the glucose and push it into the cells, or it's making too much. Type 1 diabetes is when your pancreas is not making any insulin at all, and usually that occurs when someone's a teen and they have to take insulin. And sometimes you can take too much and not be really knowing it, so you're gauging your insulin by the food that you eat. I'm sorry if this sounds really complicated, but as we go along and you start watching my videos, you'll kind of understand it. Just know that it's a condition. Menopause for some women over a certain period of age. Some women go into menopause, pre-menopause, like at 35. So, and some don't even hit it till after 50 or 60. So that could be a issue. Too much estrogen in your blood system. Too little testosterone. Now, women have testosterone just like men do, but we just don't have as much. And men have estrogen like women do, but they don't have as much. When there's an imbalance, then it can make it hard to lose weight. Medications like birth control, medication for depression. There's a lot of medications. But medications overall, there's some blood pressure medications that can prevent you from losing. I didn't know that, and I had a client who was on something. Come to find out, once I really got to work with specialists, that's when I found all this stuff out. So at the time, I didn't know that the medication she was taking was actually preventing her from losing. She wasn't gaining either, but at least she wasn't gaining. Anxiety is a big one. A lot of people suffer from anxiety, and I will be honest with you. I get a little bit anxious because I live here in Florida by myself. I don't really have any family here. So when things really get hard or difficult, there isn't anybody I feel like I can really talk to other than getting on the phone, and everyone's so busy. So I kind of feel anxious with those times. And when I do, I have to make sure that I calm myself down, that I do meditation, that I breathe, I go for a walk. And most people do have, maybe they do feel a little anxious, but I experience it sometimes, so I totally understand, but it's not so severe that it's going to keep me from doing my job or anything like that. And I just make sure that I stay positive and think positive thoughts so it doesn't frighten me, because that's what it basically is. It's a form of fear. And so that could keep you, because of eating, it makes you have more cortisol, which is another hormone that usually comes with stress. So stress can really be something that keeps you from losing. Depression. Once again, I talked about depression medications, but being depressed in the first place. Nutrition deficiencies. So these are when your body really isn't getting enough nutrients. So it thinks it's starving. Next thing you know, you're hungry all the time. And the fact that your hormones could be off. There are hormones that let you know when you're hungry, and there's hormones that let you know when you're full. And those hormones may not be producing the amount that you need properly. There's allergies to food and food intolerances. Some people have a lot of food intolerances. Now, I apologize. Here comes a plane. So I'm just going to keep going because there's so many planes that if I stop, I'll never get through this video. So I apologize. Next time, I'll go to my friend's office. Nutrition imbalances, so that's what I just talked about. And of course, there's diseases like cancer can prevent you from losing, and kidney problems. So there's all kinds of conditions. So your first tip is to know that there could be a medical reason why you're not losing. Tip number 2 is you want to visit your primary doctor. Your primary doctor is your doctor that you would go for your physicals, your wellness exams, and all of that. Usually there's a protocol, meaning that you see your primary first. and you want to get your blood done, your blood work up. They'll check all your blood work and make sure that you don't have any conditions, the ones that I talked about. But a lot of times their testing isn't as extensive as what's called an endocrinologist, who will do further testing. And an endocrinologist is someone who is a doctor that works with all of your glands and all of your organs that deal with your metabolism. So you want to see a specialist. I urge you to see a specialist. Even if your tests come back negative, there's nothing wrong, I would still ask your doctor for a referral. A lot of insurances require you to have a referral before you can even go see another doctor, especially a specialist. It'll cost a little bit more, your copay, but it'll be worth it because they'll do a complete panel. They'll check for insulin resistance. They'll check for some other things that your primary doesn't check for. And number 3 is that you really, really, really want to make sure that you are eating right. Of course, exercising, don't stop with that. But, like I said, check with your endocrinologist. I guess that's really number 3 is check with your endocrinologist, see a specialist. But keep going with the exercise, keep going with eating right, because that's what you need to do anyway. We all need to. It's a healthy lifestyle. Don't give up, Rebecca. And just know I'm here for you. And any of you that feel the same way, I've been there, y'all, as you all know. It hasn't always been, it wasn't always a smooth ride. But I've cracked the code, and I'm helping other people do the same thing. So if you have any friends that you would love to share this channel with, please do. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and click the bell, and it will let you know whenever I make a video. If you have any suggestions on what you want to talk about or what you want to learn about, please write it in the comments, and I hope to talk to you soon. If you want to sign up for my newsletter, you're more than welcome to. Then that way I can see if I can answer your question on the air. In fact, I was even thinking that maybe the people that I answer questions to, I have something for them. Anyway, think about it. If you feel that that would be fun to do, let me know. Anyway, I love you all. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later in the next video. Bye.